It appears there is a great deal of internal conflict within your person's mind right now. They are overwhelmed by confusion and caught in a constant tug-of-war between their emotions and their ego. This ego, rather than serving as a source of self-assurance, has become a heavy barrier, one that prevents them from reaching out to you or expressing their true feelings. Their pride is acting like a wall, shielding them from vulnerability but also isolating them from the connection they truly crave. Deep down, they still care, possibly more than you know, but their ego keeps convincing them to remain silent, withdrawn, and distant. For many of you, communication with this person has significantly decreased over time or may have stopped altogether. You may not have heard from them in weeks or even months. This reading is specifically for those who are currently not in active communication with their person. If you are still in touch with them on a regular basis or if you're engaging in consistent conversations, then this message likely doesn't apply to your current dynamic. This energy is resonating more with twin flames or deeply connected soulmates who are going through a period of separation, emotional or physical, or perhaps both. Your person is deliberately avoiding face-to-face interaction. Whether it's out of fear, shame, or uncertainty, they are choosing to keep their distance. In the recent past, you may have found yourself feeling hurt or cornered, and in that moment, you possibly said something that struck a nerve, something that wounded their ego. This wasn't said with the intention of causing harm, but more out of frustration and emotional exhaustion. You've always had a deep sense of how your person feels about you, even when they don't say it aloud. You could feel it in their energy, in the unspoken words, in the way they looked at you or reacted around you. Still, their stubborn and avoidant behavior has created a painful pattern, one where they run away only to come back again, repeating the cycle of emotional highs and lows. This has been emotionally taxing for you. Over time, the inconsistency and silence may have caused feelings of anger, disappointment, or even numbness. It's not that you don't care anymore, it's just that you're tired of having to guess where you stand or why they can't simply open up. Despite what may seem like cold behavior on the surface, your person is actually a very sensitive soul. They are easily affected by emotional shifts, and they take things more personally than they let on. Their emotional fragility is something they've learned to hide well from the world. They fear getting too close, becoming too vulnerable, and then being left out in the cold, just like they may have experienced in their early life. Perhaps they've been conditioned, from a young age, to suppress their emotions or have learned that being vulnerable only leads to pain or rejection. As a result, they have become skilled at wearing masks, putting on a brave or indifferent face to hide the fear and longing underneath. But you, unlike others in their life, have always seen past those masks. You've been able to see through their emotional defenses and understand the raw emotions hiding beneath. This level of intuitive connection may have unsettled them more than you realize. It scared them to know that someone could read them so clearly, even from afar. It challenged their sense of control and exposed their vulnerability in a way that no one else ever had. And yet, ironically, it's exactly this deep level of understanding that draws them to you. They love you not despite your perceptiveness, but because of it. You understand them in ways that even they don't fully understand themselves. This connection between you isn't ordinary. It carries a spiritual weight, a soul-deep bond that continues to exist even in silence. Even if words aren't being exchanged, the energetic connection between you two remains alive and active. You may feel them thinking about you, dreaming of you, or sensing your energy during quiet moments. These are signs that the connection is still strong, even if it feels strained or distant right now. Your person may be going through a phase of intense self-reflection, possibly even a spiritual awakening of their own. This period of silence and distance could be necessary for their growth. They may be learning lessons around humility, vulnerability, and emotional maturity, lessons they need before they can come back in a healthier, more grounded way. As difficult as this time may be, try to remember that healing doesn't always happen in the light of connection. Sometimes, people need space to confront their shadows alone. For now, continue focusing on your own growth, healing, and emotional balance. You've already done so much emotional work, and you've shown immense patience and compassion. Trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by. If this connection is truly destined, as many twin flame or deep soul connections are, then no amount of distance, silence, or ego will be able to break what's real. Your understanding, your intuitive knowing, and your unconditional love are what make this bond truly special, and your person feels that, whether they admit it or not. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I know that words alone may not be enough to heal the pain, but I need you to understand that I never meant to hurt you. That was never my intention. Please believe me when I say that. If I could go back in time and undo what caused you pain, I would do it without hesitation. I carry the weight of my mistakes with me every day, and I live with the hope that you might one day find it in your heart to forgive me. You mean more to me than I can ever fully express, and I wish I had the right words to make you see just how deeply I regret the things that went wrong between us. In my dreams, I often see you. We are together, smiling, walking hand in hand, living a life full of joy, peace, and understanding. It feels so real that sometimes I wake up with tears in my eyes, wishing that dream was our reality. In those dreams, everything feels right. There are no misunderstandings, no pain, only love, laughter, and shared moments of happiness. And in those moments, I'm reminded of what we had and what we can still have. I believe in that vision of us. It keeps me going and gives me hope that the future can still hold something beautiful for us. Our relationship is incredibly important to me. You are not just someone I loved, you are someone I still love deeply. You've touched my life in a way that no one else ever has. You've shown me what it means to care selflessly, to be patient, and to love unconditionally. To me, you are one of the most incredible people I've ever met. Your heart, your spirit, your kindness, they've all left a mark on me that will never fade. I've come to realize that no one has ever made me feel as safe, as understood, or as loved as you have. My heart belongs to you entirely, and it always will. It's hard for me to explain how I feel right now. You've always been so good at expressing your emotions and showing your love, while I've often struggled to find the right words. I've kept so much inside, not because I didn't care, but because I didn't know how to share the depth of what I was feeling. But please know that every moment we spent together mattered to me. Every laugh, every shared secret, every quiet evening meant the world. Even when I was silent, I was feeling everything, just in my own quiet way. I've changed now, I'm not the same person I used to be. I've grown. I've learned. I've realized what truly matters in life, and that's you. I truly believe that our connection is on the verge of transforming into something even stronger, even more meaningful. Because of you, I've learned what it means to give without expecting, to love without fear, and to fight for something worth keeping. I see now how much effort you put into everything between us, how you gave your time, your energy, your heart, just to make things work. And I want you to know that I saw that. I feel it, and I will never take it for granted again. You've shown me what dedication and commitment look like, and it's because of your strength that I'm now ready to give everything I have to make this right. Your determination inspires me. The way you held things together, even when it was hard, is something I deeply admire. I am ready to fight for what we had and for what we can still build. No matter how many changes I need to make in my life, No matter how uncomfortable or difficult it might be, I'm willing to do it. I want to grow with you, not apart from you. I want to rebuild the trust, nurture the love, and walk with you through all the seasons of life, side by side. More than anything, I want my happiness back. And I know with complete certainty now that my happiness lies with you. There is no one else who could ever replace the space you hold in my heart. The waiting, the uncertainty, it's been hard, but it's also shown me the depth of my feelings for you. It's shown me that this isn't just a fleeting emotion or a temporary longing. This is real. It's deep, it's sincere, and it's lasting. I know now that no one could ever love and care for me the way you do. Your love was always pure, always honest, always true. And if I'm lucky enough to be given another chance, I will cherish you in ways I never did before. I will honor your heart, your trust, and your love. I will do everything in my power to make you feel seen, heard, valued, and most of all, loved. Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done, for the love you gave so freely, and for being the person you are. You are rare. You are precious. And I will never stop being grateful for the light you brought into my life. I hope someday I can be that light for you too. My love for you hasn't faded, it's only grown stronger, clearer, and more certain. I'm here, and I'm not giving up on us. I know I've been harsh with you in the past, and for that, I'm truly sorry. Please believe me when I say it was never because I didn't love you. The truth is, I didn't know how to show you my love properly. I've always struggled with expressing my emotions, especially when it comes to something as deep and vulnerable as love. Before you came into my life, I had never felt anything this powerful, this consuming. I didn't grow up with the tools or examples to help me navigate feelings like these. So, when you walked into my world and stirred something so intense inside me, I panicked. I shut down, I acted cold, I put up walls, not to keep you out, but because I didn't know how to let you in. From the moment we connected, I felt something I had never experienced before. There was this instant spark, this sense of belonging, a familiarity, as if our souls had known each other long before our eyes ever met. And with that connection came a kind of fear I wasn't prepared for. I felt vulnerable in ways I didn't understand. Every time you got close to me, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I became nervous, almost paralyzed. I'd put on a brave face, act like I didn't care or that I was in control, but inside I was overwhelmed. You made me feel things I couldn't explain, things I never knew I was capable of feeling. And I didn't know what to do with all that intensity, so I tried to suppress it. I told myself it would be easier if I just shut my emotions off, convinced myself that if I didn't feel so deeply, I wouldn't get hurt. But no matter how hard I tried to hide it, my eyes gave me away. I could never lie to you with my heart, even when I was trying to. The truth was always there, in the way I looked at you. Didn't you see it? Didn't you notice the way my gaze lingered just a little longer than it should have, how it softened when I saw you smile? That wasn't something I could fake. That wasn't how I looked at anyone else. You've always been different. No one has ever made me feel the way you do, and I can honestly say that no one compares to you. You are one of a kind, and you have a kind of love inside you that I have rarely seen in this world. You love me without conditions, without hesitation, and without fear. And I admire that more than I can ever put into words. I know there were moments when I made you question that love, when my actions didn't match what I felt inside, but please know that was never my intention. I was scared, not of you, but of what you made me feel. I had never experienced love in its purest form, so I mistook it for danger when really it was a gift. You were offering me something beautiful, and I didn't know how to receive it. Sometimes, I felt judged, by others, by the world, maybe even by myself, for how intensely we connected. It felt like too much, too fast, too good to be true. I let fear dictate my behavior. I doubted us because I couldn't understand how something so powerful could be real. But you always knew. You never faltered. You held on to us even when I was pulling away. You stood firm in your feelings when I was drowning in mine. You were the strong one, the brave one. You've never been afraid to show the world how much I mean to you, and I see now just how rare and beautiful that is. And now, I want to be brave like you. I want to show you, and the world, how much you mean to me. I want to stop hiding behind fear and uncertainty and finally give this love the space and light it deserves. You've always loved me with an open heart, and it's time I do the same for you. No more pushing you away, no more pretending I don't feel what I feel. I do love you. More than words can ever express. I see now that love isn't something to be feared, it's something to be cherished. And I'm ready to cherish you, openly, completely, and without reservation. You've shown me what real love looks like. And now I want to show you mine, not with empty promises, but with consistent action and genuine presence. I want to build something real with you, something lasting. Thank you for being patient with me, for loving me even when I didn't know how to love myself. I see it all now, and I don't want to waste another moment letting fear speak for me. From this moment on, I choose you. Fully, fearlessly, and forever.